Doraemon and the Magical Clock. It was a quiet afternoon. The sun glowed warmly over the neighborhood, and the sound of children playing echoed outside. But inside Nobita's room, things weren't so bright. Books lay scattered across the floor. His homework notebook sat empty, and Nobita himself lay on the bed, sighing. "Oh no, I didn't even start my homework. If I go to school tomorrow like this, the teacher will yell, Gian will laugh, and Suneo will make fun of me in front of Shizuka." He rolled around the bed, groaning loudly. Finally, he shouted, "Doraemon, help me." Doraemon peeked out from his drawer, holding a comic book. "You never change, Nobita," he said, shaking his head. "Every time it's the same story." "But Doraemon," Nobita whined, "this time is serious. Please, please, please help me. Just one gadget, only one." Doraemon thought for a moment, then reached into his magical pocket. His hand rummaged around, pulling out random things: an umbrella, a toy robot, a flashlight, until finally, he pulled out something glowing. It was a golden clock with silver bells on top, its hands shining with blue light. "This," Doraemon explained seriously, "is the time pause clock. With this, you can stop the flow of time itself. If you ring it once, the entire world will freeze. Ring it again, and everything will return to normal." Nobita's eyes grew wide. "Wow, that's perfect. If I stop time, I'll have all the hours in the world to finish my homework, and maybe even have some fun too." Before Doraemon could warn him, Nobita eagerly rang the bell. Ding! At once, silence spread across the entire city. The birds in the sky froze mid-flight. The leaves on the trees stopped rustling. The neighbors watering their plants stood still, water frozen in the air. Nobita's mouth fell open. It really worked. Time has stopped. Giggling, he ran outside. The world was like a giant painting, and only he could move. He went to Gian, who was about to shout angrily, and placed a flower crown on his head. He scribbled a funny mustache on Suneo's face, laughing until his stomach hurt. He gently tucked a shiny ribbon into Shizuka's hair and whispered, "Now she looks like a princess." But the most exciting part for Nobita was the candy shop. He walked in, grabbed a handful of chocolates, lollipops, and cakes, and munched happily. "No one can scold me now. This is paradise." Hours seemed to pass. Nobita played and laughed, free from worries. But slowly, he began to notice something strange. The air grew heavy and cold. The sun hadn't moved an inch. It was stuck, burning half the city too brightly, while the other half turned into endless shadow. The birds, frozen in midair, looked unnatural. The streets were silent, and the world felt empty, almost lifeless. Nobita shivered. This doesn't feel fun anymore. It feels scary." He rushed back to his room, where Doraemon sat calmly, still frozen like a statue. Nobita shook him, but Doraemon didn't move. Then Nobita realized Doraemon was frozen too. The only one awake in the entire world was him. For the first time, Nobita felt truly alone. No talking, no laughter, no Shizuka, no Doraemon, just me. This isn't what I wanted. Tears filled his eyes. Hugging the clock tightly, he whispered, "I'm sorry. I don't want to steal time anymore. I just want everything to go back to normal." With shaking hands, Nobita rang the clock again. Ding! Suddenly, the world burst back to life. The birds flapped their wings and continued flying. The leaves swayed with the breeze again. Gian's loud voice filled the street as he chased Suneo, and Shizuka turned the pages of her book with a gentle smile. Most importantly, Doraemon blinked, alive again. "Ah, you're back," Doraemon said softly, noticing Nobita's tearful face. "Nobita, I was going to warn you. Time is one of the most precious things we have. You can't steal it. You can't waste it. Once it's gone, it never comes back." Nobita wiped his tears and nodded. "You're right, Doraemon. From now on, I'll try harder. I don't want to freeze the world again. I just want to enjoy time the way it is." Doraemon smiled warmly and patted his head. "That's my Nobita." And so, Nobita learned a valuable lesson that even the most magical gadget in the world cannot replace effort, responsibility, and the beauty of time moving forward. The sun slowly began to set, painting the sky orange and pink. The world was alive, noisy, and full of laughter again. And Nobita finally sat down at his desk, picked up his pencil, and began his homework, this time with a small smile on his face. Subscribe Tiny and Tales for more videos.